Hello, everybody. This is Aya of the Dawn, and I'm getting a download message to give to you about the ascension today. Today is a really high level of energy telling you to move on with the quickness. Move on and move up. It may seem like some of your relationships are over permanently, even if they're amicable, even if you're getting along. It's just time. So I'm going to pull some cards. Whatever healing work that you've been doing and whatever ways that you have been trying to perfect your energy so that you can get along with certain people, you're going to find today that no matter you feel great. Like you actually feel perfect. Now you might be wondering like why when I reach out to people, are they not responding to me? Why, when I reach out to people, that I'm not getting my same energy back? And it's because it's a boink. It's like a donk. It's like you are, you have ascended and graduated to another level, and the other energies that you're trying to interact with, they can't feel you. It's almost like they can't see you. Okay, so let me pull some cards about this. Don't let that frustrate you. Let that be a message to you that it's okay for you to move on and that you've done enough. There's nothing more for you to do right now in certain areas. You might come back to it later. But some of these old, ancient relationships, it's time for you guys to not be around each other. You're going to start meeting new people today. You will find that, you'll be put in situations, or some of you have signed up for classes to go do things that maybe you've never done before. It's time for you to do things you've never done before. It's time for a new adventure. Let's see what the cards say. You may still feel stuck in your old energy as far as not feeling like worthy. Sexual energy might be stagnant, but it's time for you to try to work it out in another way, and actually just moving on and trusting will really change a lot of that energy for you. I pulled the 10 of mind, in the Osho Zen Tarot deck. The 10 of Swords is rebirth. Basically, it's just what I said. You have mastered your ego. You have mastered your ego in the social world and in the mental world, mentally. You are a master when it comes to how to navigate the matrix mentally. You mastered your mind. You have mastered the mind. This is a 10. This is completion. You've done everything you can. And since this card is upright and it's not reversed, you're complete. You are free to move on in strength and courage. You see that the guy is standing on a camel, which I've never noticed before. He is connected to a lion. He's very connected and aware of the courage that it has taken for him to rise above the clouds and be gentle enough to be led by another animal spirit. It's a journey, because camels make me think of a journey. Camels make me think of carrying a load and being able to handle that load, being able to move with that load, and being able to get to your destination. You have perfected that. Congratulations. Okay. The other messages that come out really quick. And I was thinking about Mercury and Leo. So you have swords and you have the lion. because I was getting this message, and I looked at my astrology chart. I'm like, what's different? Like, what's going on today? And, you know, I've been seeing like hella symbols through numbers, 1111. One time my phone was like 44%, and it was 444. It's like I've been seeing like the Matrix has been like ringing herself up and letting me see her, you know. And I'm like, okay. So today, it's clear. And while I was at the lake today, I asked for clarity. Nine of Wands. All right. Sorry. So you're exhausted, and it's time for you to take a break. When you complete a level in this game, this computer that we call the Matrix, you're exhausted. You know, you beat the Koopa Troopa in a certain way, at a certain level, and you're still trying to do too much because you feel like you know you're not done, because you're wise enough to know that the process is never done and you're always learning. But right now is not the time for you to take on other people's burdens. See, this is the ending of this, of people riding your back to get to where they want to go, getting a free ride. Okay, people not doing the work for themselves around you. It's time for other people to do the work for themselves. This is kind of, you're like, I paved the way. You have paved the way for people. You have paved the way for your family. You have paved the way for everybody around you. And now you can move on and go on another journey and have another adventure, because you're bored. I know you're bored doing this, you know, being taking on other people's burdens, you know, letting other people conveniently ride your back. Don't tell people anymore, and unless they're going to pay. And even then, girl, sometimes I cut people off from using my intuition. I point people. I'll be like, get off my back and listen to yourself. It's time for you to tell people to listen to yourself. What do you think? How do you feel? What do you want to do? You know, it's not time for you to keep on mirroring people and giving people the mothering and fathering that you've been giving them. Giving people whole lots of passes. And it's not that you're angry with anybody. It's just that you're done. It's time for you to move on. It's time for mama. It's time for papa to have their own life. One more card. Yes, it's time for you to just move on, girl. Yes. Woo! I'm excited. I am excited because what I see, what I feel is that something is like stirring up. Something is stirring up, like a celebration inside of me. I went to the lake today. I went to Lake Lanier, and I went by myself. Who's calling me? Not now. And I felt so happy I just felt like so happy today. Like I felt it. I'm like, it's time to move on. It's time to charge forth, take charge of your life, and it's going to be fast. And you're moving on fast. And if you still want to do this because it's familiar to you, but the universe is making you feel like this. And you might have some issues in like your solar plexus and stuff, and in your root chakras, but that stuff will be worked through naturally if you trust and you move forward. I just feel like one more card. Yes. Creativity. The Empress. This is all creative energy. What do you want? What do you want? You know, you may not know what you want. You've been so focused on other people. You may not even know who you are. You've been focused so much on your wounds and on other people's wounds. What would make you happy? What makes you want to get up in the morning and move forward with your life? It's kind of like being an empty nester. You know, it's time to take on new projects and take on a new perspective and focus on making your light shine brighter, because you're being prepared for something. You're being prepared to use your gifts, and you're going to start cultivating them even more by practicing using your gifts. And the Knight of Wands is pretty clumsy and doesn't know what he's doing necessarily, you know, but he just knows he's got to get it, you know. He just knows he can't stop. He's got to get the move on. And it's in an intense energy. It's passion. A lot of passion for your creativity. And putting a lot of care and trust into what you're doing. Put your feelings back in your life. Put your care and your feelings back into what you do in your life. You know, focus on yourself. What makes you happy? What makes you go ring a ding ding? What makes you like do that like little run and jump thing? You know, like what takes you there? What gives you that moment? What gives you that feeling? I'm trying to put into words. This morning I woke up and I immediately had an energy clearing because I had the thought that, and had an understanding that for a while I haven't really been being true to my feelings and my passion and my emotions like I need to be. Like even in some of my closest relationships, I didn't really have a real passion for the people in my life, for the situations in my life, for the conversations that I've had. They really didn't do anything for my creativity. They didn't really spark my fire and get me going. And when I woke up this morning, it automatically hit me that this is what my life needs to be about from now on. And so my projects in my mind automatically shifted. The things that I have been working on, they may not be the same anymore. You know, things just might change all of a sudden. I might go into another direction because I am following my passion. And you're probably going through the same thing. You know, I can sense it. I can sense it. One more card. Oh, I've been saying that for the past 10 minutes. I just feel like it's not wrapped up yet. Wrap up card, please. Sum it all up for us, please. What is it that you want me to say? I'm feeling hot. Ooh. Feeling heat. Okay. It's kind of like survival remorse, feeling guilty, feeling unworthy. This is the things that will potentially make you feel uncertain and doubt your movement. But the guilt doesn't get you anywhere. This is the Eight of Swords. Not feeling like it's okay for you to move on. But everybody is okay with it, trust me. Everybody in your life is okay with you moving on and living your life. You have gotten them to a certain point. Whether you've been in their life like every day, or whether you've been no contact like me and being an example and a leader from afar, you know. But I mean, they get a fragrance from me that's different, and it's inspiring. And so I'm free to go. The gate is open. Now it's up to you whether or not you want to walk through it. And that reminds me of another card in this deck. The Page of Cups. Page of Cups, where the birdies, there's like one lone little bird that's stuck in a cage because he doesn't realize that he's free. But you're free. You're free to go. You're free to not feel guilty, and you're free to love yourself, because the Empress is about self-love and also about nurturing everything around you. Your self-love and your passion is going to nourish everyone. But you may not feel like you deserve it or you're ready for it. You're ready. You're ready. And the universe is probably going to give you a swift kick if you don't do it yourself. You'll receive a swift little kick. Letting go. It's time to let go of the past and move forward. By this time next year, you'll be fully confident in your place in the universe, and you won't have to wonder or question it anymore. Peace. I'll talk to you guys soon. Have a great day.